Many years ago, I was at SHOT Show and I went to these barrel manufacturers and I talked to the action manufacturers and I proposed this concept of manufacturing a barrel that would fit their action, and I was basically laughed off of the floor. So first, I think we need to talk about what it used to be like if you wanted to build a precision rifle. Essentially, there were a couple different ways to go about it, but there are two main ways. One, you would already have an existing rifle like a Remington 700, and it's either new out of the box and you wanted to modify it, or you've had one laying around and you wanted to true it and accurize it and have a gunsmith build a custom rifle on that platform. That was pretty common. That was pretty much how we did it for 10, 15 years. Now you have a lot of aftermarket action manufacturers who are building really great actions with a lot of features built in. And if you consider the cost of a Remington 700 action and then what you'd pay to have a gunsmith go in there and true things up and accurize things, you're now creeping in on the cost of an aftermarket action who already has all of those features built in. So with the advent of aftermarket actions, things were great, but you still needed a gunsmith to fit a barrel. And you would select a barrel manufacturer and you'd get a barrel blank. It's essentially just like this, but without the threads and the chamber. It was quite literally just a rifled, tapered piece of steel. The gunsmith, again, would fit that barrel to the action. If you want to see that process, you can check out my full build video. I go through the whole thing and we talk about building a complete rifle and you can see how it's done. So once you did that, you would still have to choose, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, really there weren't many chassis options. You had to get a stock, a fiberglass stock, and you had to again pay that gunsmith to bed it and sometimes even add features like bottom metal, detachable magazines and things like that. So it was quite labor intensive and it was very expensive for the customer. Now, as I mentioned, you quite literally have action manufacturers that are speaking to barrel manufacturers, and they figured out a way to create a product that you can assemble in your garage and get precision gunsmith manufactured accuracy out of this package. The reason barrel manufacturers can't just build a barrel to a certain spec and expect it to fit on an action is that while you're manufacturing these actions, there are tolerances that change. And that can be from just retooling the machines that it takes to manufacture these. It can be the coating process. It can be a lot of different things. So essentially, what they do is manufacture this action to as close of a spec as they possibly can. They go a little bit long on the bolt face and then essentially finish that final step of the machining process to a certain spec that complies with the barrel manufacturer's requirements for that pre-fit barrel, and you get a very, very, very easy to install, accurate system that you really just need to screw together and check with some headspace gauges. If you're a custom gunsmith, a precision rifle builder, are you out of a job? I don't think so, and here is why. So this is a great system. It's awesome that you can basically now build a precision rifle in your garage with no gunsmithing, no machining required. However, there is a little bit of a downside, and that's you really don't have that much control over things like headspace and some other tolerances that may be equivalent to accuracy. Now, when you screw this guy together, you're gonna want to make sure that it headspaces properly, and you're gonna wanna get a set of go, no-go gauges. That is something that you definitely want to invest in. And if you don't have those things, then take this to a gunsmith. It shouldn't be much to get him to throw this thing together for you, but you definitely wanna check those things. When we as precision rifle smiths, gunsmiths build a precision rifle, we have control over headspace, and we can get an exact dimension of the chamber that the customer may be seeking, maybe on the tighter end of things, maybe on the looser end of things, depending on the application. So we have control over that. Unfortunately, when you get a pre-fit barrel, it is just that, it is pre-fit. You cannot change headspace on this type of system. So that's one of the downsides, if there are any, to this system, but I've seen a lot of great things out of them. I want to know from you guys, let me know in the comments, do you guys run pre-fit barrels? If so, what systems are you running? What action, what barrel, and what kind of accuracy are you getting out of it? Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to getting some more content together for you guys, and we will see you on the next one.